Hey everybody, it's Adam. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to episode number 10 of Let's Nerd. Pretty typical update for this week again. Going to talk about some of the gaming stuff that I managed to get through. Talk about some folks that I'm watching on YouTube lately, some of the things I've been getting into as far as game-wise. And kind of a just generalized update, I guess. So to start, we're going to go ahead and jump right into, I managed to finish the main quest line for Fallout 4. I sided with the Institute by proxy, and as a result, I made enemies of the Brotherhood of Steel and of the Railroad. Fun fact behind that is that when you side with those, at the end of things, when you're getting really close to the end of the game, you realize that they are now outliers, and because of them, they're going to impede progress that the Institute would like to make going forward with their research and all that stuff. So you have to go through and you gotta kill everyone in the Railroad, which was not terribly difficult. Then you have to go through and kill everyone in the Brotherhood of Steel. And that was a lot more difficult because of the number of power armor suits that came at you. I died several times just trying to get into the main base, and eventually got it, right? So the end result is that I technically beat the game's main storyline, but there's more game to play, because there's things for the Minutemen to finish up, there's quests for Nick Valentine to finish up down in Diamond City for the detective, and there's a bunch of DLC. So the first one I actually started diving into DLC-wise was the Nuka-World DLC, and that's where you have this amusement park, you're the head of a raider gang, and you have to side with certain raiders and put settlements out and this, that, and the other. So the first initial quest took actually quite a while. It took close to, I'd say probably close to an hour and a half just to finish, because well, you're going through all this stuff. It ends up being that, you know, if you go through part of it and you don't keep an eye out for traps, everything is trapped, and if you don't get rid of them, you're going to burn through stim packs, or you're just going to flat out die because of how hard they can hit. So that was that. The first quest inside of Nuka-World, after becoming the leader of these raider factions, because there's 3 of them. I can't name them off the top of my head. I know the Pack is one. I couldn't tell you. One has an O in it. Disciples is another. I don't know. It doesn't matter. The point is that you have to take over parts of Nuka-World and assign them to different parts of the park in order to run, and that gets you reputation with them. But there's not enough parts of the park for all of them to have an equal number. You eventually start side-saddling, or I guess side-saddling, that's not even remotely close to right. You start favoring others, and that means that basically they think that you're not going to give them their due diligence, so you get into fights with them eventually. And this is all based off of write-ups, because I haven't really gotten all that far. I have taken back the first section, which is the galactic area, or the galaxy area, which was actually really cool. It was a lot more 50s sci-fi type stuff that I would expect to see in like the old version of whatever Disneyland was back in the 50s. It was really cool. So, finished that, assigned it to a group, and there's 4 more, I think. I think there's 5 total sections of the park, but that took damn near 4 hours to get that thing cleared out the way you had to, and then assigned to somebody. So, it's gonna be a slow go, and I have to be very perfectly honest. I'm really starting to burn out on Fallout, so other distractions are very much so welcome. What I've done is as you may have seen or may not have seen, I ended up actually, I played a game of Blood Bowl, cut it into 2 pieces, put it up onto the channel. It was a win. Orcs did great. Really enjoyed the game, so I plan on playing another game of that either today or maybe even tomorrow. Or Sunday. We'll have to see just how the wife's schedule falls. I know that today and tomorrow she's out for quite a while, so I could probably get something recorded, but I gotta make some dinner stuff tonight. The other thing that I did that's gonna finish uploading to YouTube now is I jumped into Fortnite Battle Royale. And I see now that I actually misspelled the title on it, which is fine. I'll fix it when it gets to the YouTube side of things. But I jumped into Fortnite Battle Royale, I streamed it, I downloaded it, and it's gonna stay, or get schlepped up to YouTube here after the edit was finished. I have yet to fire a shot at another player. So I'll say that. I've played 3 rounds. I've finished 2 of them in the top 25, 1 in the top 20, the other one I didn't do so great in. But I have 0 kills. So it seems to be my game is hide. I'm pretty good at it apparently. But I might hop in to do some more of that. It was fun. I was a little bit on the nervous side because I've never played a game of that sort at all. I've actually never played any Battlefield or anything online first-person shooter. Aside from Halo, when I think about it, when I was on a deployment, we got a really big Halo tournament going on, and I got decent, but not great. So, gonna hop into that, do some more of that fun stuff. One of the other games that I've had my eye on, aside from Blood Bowl, and actually one of the people that I had first heard about Blood Bowl for before I got the code given to me, is a gentleman in our community named Shine51. So I'll leave his detail stuff down in the description below. If you like strategy games, I suggest you watch him. He's pretty cool about explaining kind of the things, the reasons why he wants to do certain things, whatever. But he is really into XCOM 2, to the point where it's like, man, this is awesome. I don't have the game, but I'm considering it. So he has YouTube where he streams up to YouTube. He posts everything else out on Mixer and all that stuff. Really nice dude, easy to talk to, cool to watch him play and strategize and all that fun stuff. So his stuff will be down in the description below. Gonna kind of cut it short there, I think. Other than finishing Fallout main story and trying to find some variety to some degree, at least a little bit, it's really kind of been a slowish week. The amount of time I had to dump into those quests for Fallout have kind of just put a bad taste in my mouth, where if I go back to it, I gotta put some mods in to make it a little bit, not necessarily easier, but just maybe a little less grindy, because I mean, I do love me some MMO grind. I played the original World of Warcraft, and it doesn't get grindier than that, but it just gets so annoying whenever you're the only person available or around in a desolate area that is capable of doing fuck all. Like, the fact that these people made it as far as they did is absolutely mind-boggling to me. The fact that they figured out how to procreate in some degree is kind of mind-boggling. Yeah, what can you do? So, gonna leave it there. Really appreciate you guys taking the time. Thank you so much for everything you guys have done, for spreading the word, telling your friends if you have, for mentioning it on your various podcasts and everything else like that. I genuinely do appreciate it, and I really thank you guys for taking the time. If you want to leave a thumbs up, go for it. If you would like to hit subscribe, feel free. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, complaints, whatever like that, leave it in the description, or not the description, that's my job. Leave it in the comments section down below. I'll be sure to get to it as soon as I get a notification, assuming I even get one. If you want to find me on Twitter, that's below as well. Same thing for Mixer, and we're going to keep some YouTube stuff kind of going as well, with get done streaming and just kind of use that for the time being. Hope everybody's doing really well. Try to stay healthy with the weather kind of doing some fluctuating, as it seems to, at least where I am. But everybody take care. Really appreciate everybody. Okay? Hey, take care. See you.